Basically, production and operation management is made up of two words, production and operation. Production refers to only the conversion of raw material to the finished good, and the operation meaning is availability of raw material and availability of finished good to the market. In between, there are number of operations going on. Let's come to the next slide, the table of contents. These are the topics which I am going to share with you, the meaning and definitions of production and operation management, nature, scope, production cycle, classification of operations, organizational structure. Let's come to the next slide. What are the definitions of production and operation management? Basically, production management involves application of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling to the production process. It means production only refers to the conversion of raw material to the finished good with the help of management functions like planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. Without planning, no any manufacturing process can be done. Without organizing, it cannot be done. Without directing, the process cannot be done. Or without controlling, not any process can be done. So, the club of production and management is called production management. Next one is operation management. Operation management is a process in which resources or inputs are converted into more useful products. It consists various tactics such as scheduling the work, assigning the resources, including people, equipments, managing inventories, assessing quality standards, process, time decisions, and the sequence for making individual items. From the conversion of raw material to the finished good, there are number of operations are involved. So, first of all, the availability of 6M, which we will read in next slides, the 6 M's, and the second thing is what we discuss in operation management, like how can they convert, what are the types of conversion, right? What is the facility layout, what are the locations, and what kind of equipment we are going to use, and what kind of management which we are going to use in particular in product making. Okay, next one is nature of production and operation management. The nature of production and operation management is basically the base of it, right? Production as a system. First point is production as a system. Obviously, it is a system because it involves several steps. First step, second step, third step. That is in a sequence. Without sequence, no any production can be done. Production creates utility and adds value. What's the meaning of utility? Obviously, to make the particular product very meaningful or very useful for the people, or we can say the consumer. Okay, it will add the value of that particular product. Production as a transformation process, because production transform the raw material into the finished good. Okay, it convert the physical property or the chemical property of that particular product. It is called the transformation process. Its appearance is totally changed, its physical property is totally changed. Okay, this is called the transformation process. Production as an organizational function. Obviously, because each and every organization is uh, is having a production system. Okay, whether these are the service organizations or whether these are the product organization, it have every organization have a production function. Scope of production and operation management. Basically, what is the meaning of scope? Well, it means how, when, where it apply. Okay. So when we are going to do any production or operation management, we have to select a particular location. Of the if the location is suitable for us, the production can be very easy to do. Next is construction of the building. For construction of the building means for production process we need a particular layout. Okay, we need a particular infrastructure to process or to conversion of these particular processes. We can say like if we open a cloth manufacturing industry. Okay, so we need a particular firm, we need machines, okay, we need people, or we can say we need some tailors for the cloth making manufacturing processes. Okay, next one is purchasing, procuring and installing the machinery. Yeah, machinery is a very basic requirement of any manufacturing process. So we have to purchase very suitable machine, or we can procure that machine and we can install that particular machine. Purchasing and storing of raw material. If the raw material is very good, or can say it's very efficient, we can purchase in a lower cost and then we will store it in a particular inventories. Next one is conversion of raw material into the saleable product. We can convert that raw material into a, we can say we can convert the raw material into finished good, and that finished good have a property to sell in the market. Every finished good is made up for the sale, right? The sale is a very basic function of management. Next one is quality management. If we are making a product, the quality should be maintained. Next one is maintenance management. Every particular organization, or we can say any of the industry, work for the maintenance, because the cost investment from the starting, it's very high. Investment cost is very high, so we have to maintain the machinery so that it cannot be damaged. Okay, the raw material cannot be damaged, or the particular place where we are working should be clean, and a good atmosphere should be there. Okay, that's why maintenance is also a very good function. Production planning and control. Yeah, obviously, planning is also very important for production. Control means we will, how can we judge? How can we do the judgments as per the uh, as per final product? Okay, methods improvement and work simplification, because the improvement means how much time a particular process is taking. Okay, sir, pause करना है अभी.
पॉज करना पॉज करने के लिए इधर जाओ
Yeah, so let's move towards the next topic is production cycle. Yeah, what is production cycle? Basically, every production process is work as a cycle. How? Uh, every Have you ever listened how input computer work? Computer works when we do the input and it will create an output for us. Same as production process, we do some inputs. We need some arrangements for particular process. Okay, inputs can be land, labor, capital, or management. You can see in this diagram that inputs can be land, labor, capital, and management. Or of course, we need some human resource that can be labor. We need a place that can be land. We can invest in this particular process, and that called capital, and the management functions like planning, organizing, directing, control. Okay, then the input goes to the next step, and that is called adjustment needed. If we need some adjustment, we need some flexibility, like we have to change the raw material, or we have to change the particular person, or we need to change the particular situation, or we can say a particular place. That is called adjustment needed. Then it will goes to the next step, and that is called conversion process. Conversion is a random fluctuation process where the input has been converted to the output by machineries, or can say by the different tools and techniques. Okay, then after the conversion, the product will go to the monitoring output. Okay, it will go to the monitoring output where the industry will check that the production is going in a better way or not. Okay, actual have we found the actual product which we want to produce or not. Okay, then we go to the output. Then when every product is almost checked, we go to the output, and output can be goods or can be services. Okay, next step of output is comparison. In the comparison stage, or in this after the supply of this product, the comparison stage will start. Okay, actual versus desired. We will compare the product, either the what are the difference between actual or desired. Desired, can we achieve the desired product or not? Okay, what are the basic we can say the damages, what we can say what are the basic problems we occur in this product. Then we go to the again the adjustment needed process. Okay, we send that damaged product to the input. Next slide. Classification of operations or types of production system. There are number of operations or production system are there. Number one is intermittent, and number two is continuous. First of all, we will read about the continuous production. Continuous means when the work is going one by one, but it cannot stop in between. Okay, it is continuously going on, or simultaneously it is going on. In between, it has divided into the two parts. Number one is mass production, and number two is process production. What is mass production? Mass word clearly says that mass is a large volume work. Okay, when the work is going in a large volume, that is called mass production. In this, we can take the example of oil industries. Okay, oil industries use crude oil, only crude oil in starting, and through the crude oil they make different products. Okay, for example, white oil or aeroplane, which is used for the aeroplanes. White oil or petrol, both are made by crude oil. Second stage, crude oil is divided, or can say crude oil makes diesel or kerosene in the next stage. After that, it will make engine oil or grease, and at last it makes coal tar. So these all the things which we are seeing on the screen are made up of crude oil. So basically, the mass production use one by one number of products, and it is a continuous process. It will not stop in between. Petrol industry will never stops, or oil industries will never stop, because it is a requirement. It is a basic requirement of our particular industries, or we can say transportation. Okay. Next one is process production. What is process production? Process production means which things are going in a process, proper process. It is further divided into three parts: analytical, synthetic, or assembly process. First of all, we will read about analytical process. What is analytical process? Analytical process basically means when a single raw material produce number of products. You can see the screen. Raw material this goes to the production process, and it will create finished product 1, finished product 2, and finished product 3. Here, FP meaning is finished product. Okay. So raw material can be milk. We can take the example of milk. And milk produce butter, milk produce cheese, milk produce sweets. Okay. So this is called the analytical process. Next come to the next topic is synthetic process. What is synthetic? The meaning of synthetic means there are some of the addition of some things. Okay. Synthetic means raw material 1, raw material 2, and raw material 3 include and make a finished product. You can take the example of detergent. Detergent is made up of many other different chemicals, and then it will make a finished product. Or we can say coffee. When we add sugar, when we add water, when we add milk, and after that coffee powder, and it will create a good coffee for us. Okay. Next one is assembly process. What is assembly? Assembling clearly meaning is different parts are joined together and make a sample process. So we can take the example of a car or a truck. There are different raw materials like tires, tubes, okay, engine, and then it will convert. It will goes with addition of the parts and component. It will add the parts and components, and then we find the finished product. Same as raw material 3 and 4, like glasses, like seats, that will go for the parts and components addition, and then it goes to the finished product. It means we need these all raw materials for the finished product. Next one is intermittent production. What is intermittent? Intermittent means which production has gone in small intervals. Okay, that is called intermittent. You have listened about when you go for the movie, you listen after like first half and second half, and in between we found the interval. Same as intermittent production, job and unit production. What is job and unit production? When we assign the work to the human resource, or we available the particular things for us, like modular kitchen, we have assigned a task for a particular like wooden work executives, that please make a modular kitchen for us, or we can order some birthday cakes for us. They will work only for us. Okay, so that is called a job production. Next day they will do the work for another person. Next day they will do the work for second another person. Okay, one by one the process is going on. Next is batch production. When the work or production is going in a batches, different batches. We can say pharmaceutical companies. First lot they make paracetamol. Second lot they make analgesic. Second or third lot they make painkillers. So we can say batch production refers to different like batches. Okay. Next is project production. What is project? Project means when a work has assigned to a particular company, that please make this work for us, or we can please make infrastructure or a service location for us, or design a service location for us. So that is called a project production. Let's move towards the next slide, organizational structure of production and operation management. Basically, production system or operation system needs a proper hierarchy, okay, or line of command. So every particular unit we have read that production is a system. In starting we read that in natures of the production, that the production is a system. Obviously it is a system because it needs proper alignment of work, proper line of command of the particular persons, okay. Responsibilities, delegation of authority are needed. So, first of all, we start with the president. President of any company, or we can say from the starting of the workers, we can start. The lower level employees are the workers. After that, who will supervisor on them? Every worker have their own supervisor. Every particular department have a particular supervisor. After that we will need to the next step, and that is called managers. So supervisor, who will head the supervisor? It is manager. Manager is inventory manager, distribution manager, or purchase manager. Here we can say management, plant maintenance manager, work standard manager, or process manager. After that we will reach to the material AGM or DGM, quality AGM, DGM, industrial engineering, etc. Then we will go for the general manager. General manager, there are number of persons under working of general manager. When we reach general manager after GM, there are some person who are working upper the general manager. Okay, research and development vice president, accounts vice president, manufacturing vice president, marketing vice president, or finance vice president are working above the general manager. Then The last and the most important person is president. Okay, president is a person with whom number of the stages are going on. You can see in this diagram, it is very clear. Next step is, what is flexible manufacturing system? FMS. A flexible manufacturing system is a manufacturing system in which there is some amount of flexibility which allow the system to react in the case of changes, whether predictable or unpredictable. In each and every particular unit needs some change. If suppose we are starting a manufacturing process and that kind of error is going on, so manufacturing process should be flexible so that we can accept these particular problems. We can move and we can remove these processes. Okay, and we can change as per the customer satisfaction, as per the customer requirement, or as per the manager point of view. We should change or flexibility are needed. Okay, next thing is, flexible manufacturing system is a type of system which can serve the purpose of process design is an effective and efficient manner. It means it is a system where process of any particular thing or any particular manufacturing go for the efficient manner. The analysis of process and market requirement has resulted into the innovative ideas of flexible manufacturing system. After the delivery of the product, there are number of things which we have to change in our product. Okay, after the feedback, if suppose we are selling a mobile phone, okay, we are selling a mobile phone, or after the customer reviews, we found that customer have a problem in the audio or in a camera. So we send these products for the manufacturing again, and we will change, or flexibility can be arise. We can change that camera in this particular phone, and we launch another phone with a good or better camera. Next is features of FMS. This flexibility is generated considered into two categories. FMS को हम we divided the FMS into two categories, which are numerous other subcategories. The first is machine flexibility. If the machine is not that much efficient, we can change the machine, or we can repair that machine and cover the system ability to be changed to produce different product types, and ability to change the order of operation executed as a part. The other category of flexibility within an FMS is called routine flexibility, which consists of the ability to use multiple machines to perform the same operation. If we use different machines, we can do the work in short time. Okay, same machines, but the time taken in the manufacturing can be reduced if we use different machines. If we started boutique, we need a simple sewing machine. Okay, but when we use three, four, five machines, we can do the manufacturing, or we can do the sewing work so fast, or in a large volume, we can say. Major steps in the evolution of FMS. Why the FMS has been launched? What are the reasons to launch of flexible manufacturing system? In the middle of 1960, market competition became more intense. Okay, in the era of 60s, the competition has been arises between the market. The changing priorities of market with the increase of competition has been listed as under. Number one, during 1960 to 1970, cost was the primary concern. In the starting of that time, the people think only about the cost. If the cost is low, people will purchase the product. But uh, slowly, when we go further, what we see that later quality becomes a priority for the consumer or customer. After the cost concern, the things have been changed, and the priority of the customer is quality. They concentrate on quality. Okay, quality should be good. If the quality was quality is good and the cost is lower, the particular person will purchase the product. As the market become more and more complex, speed of delivery also needed. When the market become more and more complex, the market has large and speed of delivery is needed. Person or customer reach to that particular shop when the availability of that product. Okay, so every particular salesman has an ability that they anyhow they do the delivery to the customer as fast as possible. Next one is a new strategy was formulated. Example, customizability. Customizability means to satisfy the need of customer of different market segment is customizability. It means कि वो when the customer reach to the market, either it is a near market, either it is a far market, he will satisfy by the particular product. Next is the companies have to be more flexible in their operations. Next, FMS launched flexibility, more flexible to their operation. If they need to transfer that particular segment to other segment, it should be flexible. They have to do or they have to be done as they want. Okay, thus the innovation of FMS becomes related to the efforts of gaining competitive advantage. Three levels of manufacturing flexibilities are there. So here we go. There are three types of manufacturing flexibilities. Number one is basic flexibility. Three types of basic flexibility are as follow. Number one, machine flexibility. Second is material handling flexibility, and third one is operation flexibility. The ease with which a machine can process various operations. Machine means when machine is proper working. If the machine is not working, then we can change the machine or we can do the repair of this particular machine. Material handling flexibility should be we have to ease that we can how can we handle the particular material. A measure to ease with which different parts and types of material can be transported and properly positioned at various machine tools in the system. If the system is very large, we have to handle that particular material and we should transfer the material to different segments. Okay, so should be the material handling flexibility should be there. Next is operation flexibility, a measure of ease with which alternative operation sequences can be used for processing as a part type. Next one is system flexibility. The system flexibilities are further divided into two parts: volume flexibility, expansion flexibility, routine flexibility. Okay, basically, volume flexibility means a measure of a system capability to be operated profitably at different volumes of the existing part type. Means if the volume is very high or the thing are going to expand, we should need a volume of that particular thing. Okay, we should maintain the volume. Expansion flexibility, the ability to build a system or expand it incrementally. We have to expand a particular unit, or we can use this unit to another place. So the particular industry expansion is very flexible. Routine flexibility, a measure of alternative paths that a part can effectively follow through a system for a given process plan. Process flexibility, a measure of volume of a set of part type that a system can produce without incurring any setup cost. Product flexibility, the volume of a set of part type that can be manufactured in a system with minor steps. Next one is aggregate flexibility. Three types of aggregabilities are there: program, production, and market flexibility. Characteristics of modern manufacturing. Let's move towards the next topic is what are the characteristics of modern manufacturing? What are the basic things we have to change as per the time or as per the demand? Number one, basic business function. Producing the quality product or service to satisfy the customer. First of all, our concern is to satisfy the consumer. If the consumer or customer is not satisfied, the whole production process can be in a wrong direction. Second thing is responsibility to produce and deliver on time. We have responsibility. It is our responsibility that if we are manufacturing a product, a daily use product, it should be available on the market at time, or we can deliver it on time. Real value addition function. When we are selling a product, there should be some difference to other products. Okay, we have to add some more efficient things in the particular product. We can say like if we are selling a car, their features should be some different to the other particular cars which are already available in the market. So the real value addition should be needed. Next thing is changing physical properties to provide competitive edge. When we are doing the changing physical properties to provide competitive edge, we can say like if we are using the old type of computers, can it be looking good? No, but because the things are changing, when we are working on the technological advancement era, okay, so we have to work accordingly as per the time or as per the demand. Okay, next one is decision making is a core function. When we are starting a manufacturing process or any manufacturing process which is going on in any industry, the decision making is a very essential purpose of that particular organization. If the decision making is not that much strong, you cannot go for good production process. Use of management models to manage the operations. We have to use some management models for us. Okay, every particular HR have or management have some different kinds of models for operation to manage the operations. The next topic is what is service. Basically, manufacturing processes work for two things: goods and services. We already read about how to a good can you produce. Now we work for the services, or we read how a service can be applied or can be initiated. Number one is let's go to the definition. A service is an economic activity that creates value and provide benefit for customers at a specific time and places. It means a service is that kind of activity which creates value. When you go to the market, or you can go for a particular weekend to celebrate. Okay, so you need a hotel to stay. Okay, you need a particular clean place for that. So when you search a particular place, they provide you the services. Okay, they will give you a better place uh, for your stay, or they can provide good food. They will provide clean and good accessories for you. So that is called service. Or we can say healthcare is also a service. Characteristics of service. The service have some different characteristics. It cannot touch. We cannot touch it. It is intangible. Second is inseparability. Third is variability. Fourth is perishability. Fifth is consumer satisfaction. And sixth one is ownership. Yeah, so what we are reading, we are reading that the service and the characteristics of the service. Okay, so we are discussing about characteristics. Number one is intangibility. Intangibility refers to when we cannot touch it through the hands. We cannot see this. Okay, it is not a physical form of the service. There is no any physical form of the service. The service provider can give you service, and you can use it only. Second one is inseparability. It means every person or use their own service. Every features of the service has been changed person to person. Next is variability. Every particular service have different features. Suppose a hotel is provided a room to the high cost customer, the features are different. When middle level of customer, the features are different. In the lower level of customer, the features is totally different. Next one is perishability. Perishability means a service can finish after the particular serviceman provide you service, and it will finish and then again if you want a service you will come again and you will take the service. It is finished time to time. Okay. Next one is customer participation. Customer participation is very essential in the service. When we go to a parlor and we need a haircut, okay, we you will discuss that particular person that that kind of haircut I want, or please show me that how will I look after this particular haircut. Okay, he will argue with you. He can interrupt you between when you are doing the work. So customer participation is very mandatory. Or customer can be argued or asked to you that why you are not giving as per the expectation. Next one is ownership. Ownership is also a very important thing in the service. If you own this, you are a owner. What are the nature of the services? Okay, few generalization are the basic of service. These are as follow. Everyone is expert on service. We all know what we want from the service organization. Every organization know what type of service they are going to do. Okay, and customer also know about it. That if I'm paying 10,000 rupees, that I will get only the service accordingly. Okay, according to the 10,000 rupees. But we cannot take 15,000 rupees services in 10,000 rupees. Okay, it means it is change person to person, or it will change that, or it will vary service to service or person to person. What is well is providing one kind of service may be disastrous in the other time. Okay, meal or fast food are the example of this. How? Yeah, if one person want, suppose low sugar coffee, right? And the other person want high sugar coffee, and third person want no sugar in the coffee. Then how can you give sugar coffee to that kind of diabetic patient? You cannot give. So you have to be, you have to think about it that what type of thing is going to what kind of person. That this is also a primary concern of the service. Quality of work is not quality of service. Auto dealer may be good in work, but may consume a week to get a job done. It means quality of work is not quality of service. If you want quality, you have to be patient. Okay, if you have given your bike or you can given your car for services, so you have to give time also if you want a particular quality. Okay, if you want a work only in 1 hour, you want that the things goes in a good manner. It cannot be possible. So in the service, a customer also have a patient should have the patience also. Okay, most services are mixed or tangible of tangible or intangible attributes. All require different approaches to design and manage than the production of goods. The service with high degree of contact are those where product and services are consumed on the spot and the food served and consumed in the restaurant. Okay, here we can say that there is a higher degree of contact between the consumer and the service provider. Okay, effective management of services require proper understanding or marketing, personnel, or operations. Effective management is required. Okay, in services, the cycle of encounters are either though face to face, phone, electromechanical devices, or mail interaction. A service can be provided through the face, we can say home to home, or we can say in a digital mode. We can take the example in it as a digital lectures also a example of e-services. Yeah, operations in a service sector or types of services. Services business. The management of the organization where primary business required interaction with the customer to produce the service falls in the category. Service business means when the customer reach to that particular place to take the service. We can say that banks, airlines, hospitals, law firms, restaurants. Here, the customer reach to that particular place to consume the services. Second one is, and the parts of this is facility based services, field based services. Facility based means those services where consumer must to service go to the service facility like clinic and hospitals. In facility based, a person have to go to consume the services like clinic when if you are ill and you want to consult with the doctor, so doctor can also come, but first of all you have to come that particular place. Second is field based services, are those services when production and consumption of services take place in consumer environment. Suppose home delivery of food, insurance services by the agent. Field based means when the service provider comes to your particular place to provide the service. So if we can take the example of blood sample collection agents, they come to your home and they will collect the sample of your blood, and after that they can send the e-report to your particular mobile phone, or they can mail the report of your report to you. Okay. Next is technology has transferred many facility based services to field based services. Telemarketing brings shopping center. Through the technology or service can be provided. Next one is internal services. This category of service is required to support the large activities of the organization. Example, data processing, accounting, engineering, maintenance service is viewed parallel to the quality in between the organization in when the any organization need the internal services. In every organization there are computer person, there are technical persons, there are calling persons or call centers, we can say, or teachers and different kinds of person who are working together in a particular internal environment. Okay, moves ahead. Role of service in the economy. What are the roles basically? Why the service and what are the basic uh, contribution of service in the economy? Number one is trade, hotel and restaurant, transport, storage and communication. Transport include road and railways, airways and island and overseas. Water transport. Number two, financial institutions, insurance, real estate, and business services. These all are the very big contributors of economy, or we can say they can rise the GDP of the economy, or we can say India, yeah, whatever, in which in every country. Community, social, and personal services. Community services include government established and its department and personal services such as health and education and NGOs, etc. What is service design? How a service can be designed that it can be more beneficial for the customer. Service design is the process of planning, organizing all the inputs and resources such as people, infrastructure, communication, and material of a service. Okay, in order to improve the quality, the interaction between service organization and customer must be needed. After the delivery of a particular product, we need a feedback of customer. Okay, why? What is the need of it? It is mandatory because through the feedback we can judge what are the basic things we have to change in our particular product or service. Okay, or we can analyze what are the basic things we have to change for improving the performance of the quality, to improve the particular performance of that particular product, or we can enhance the quality of this product. This agency changed the menu layout and appearance of the restaurant to improve the customer experience and perception. Let's move towards the service matrix. What is the meaning of service matrix? Service matrix refers to a particular layout which can tell you that how can a service can be designed. The service process matrix is a classification matrix of service industry firms based on characteristics of an individual firm service processes. The matrix was derived by Rogers, Skimmer and first appeared in 1986. Matrix was derived by the Roger Skimmer. Who have derived this? Roger Skimmer, and it is appeared in 1986. The service process matrix can be useful when investigating the strategic changes in service operation. The, in addition, there are unique managerial changes associated with each quadrant of the matrix. When we read about this particular matrix, we will tell you that how a particular segment can work. Let's come to the service matrix diagram. This is a diagram which shows a different perspective of that matrix. Okay, there are four types of you can say four colors or four boxes in this diagram. First is service shop, second is professional service, third is service factory, and the fourth one is mass service. Number one is service shop. Service shop, if we see there are x axis and there is a y axis. Here we take customer participation and here we take service customization. Okay, so in first step, service shop, we see that hospitals, auto repair shops, and restaurants. The service customization is very high. Okay, but the customer participation is very low in this particular process. Okay, how? Let's see. Uh, Service shop like hospitals. In hospital, can we say that the hospital can provide the service as per us? No, they cannot provide the services as per a single customer. There are number of customer day by day they interact with number of patients. So the services are as same as every day. They cannot change their services every day. Okay, auto repair shops, there is only a single way to repair the car or any other vehicle because only a single serviceman will repair this particular your vehicle. Okay, restaurants make a particular performa of the services and they will provide as per these particular performa or in this particular layout. Daily basis they cannot change their services. Okay. Next point is professional services. Yeah, professional services. Doctors and lawyers or account architect. These persons have a service customization is very high in this also, and customer participation is also very high. It means doctor and lawyer can fully satisfy their customer. If the customer is not satisfied, if the customer participation is very low, the customer will not come to this particular doctor to discuss, okay, or this particular lawyer for discussion. So they can give the services as per the customer participation. So both the things are very high in this particular segment. Third one is service factory. Yeah, service factory. If you are talking about service factory like fast food, hotels, motels, airlines, so the service customization is very low in particular type. Okay, and customer participation is also very low. How? Airlines they can provide the services uh, without any customer participation. Okay, or they can make their services in the initial when they start. Okay, they cannot change their services day by day. Next one is mass services. What is mass services? Retail firms, wholesale firms, and schools. Customer participation is very high. Obviously, wholesale firms or schools, the customer or student reach to the school or their parents reach to the school, they need proper concentration or proper study or there are many concerns they want. Okay, but service customization is low. Here we can say that they can change their services very slowly. Okay, but the customer participation is very high. Okay, so thank you everyone. I will meet you in the next lecture.